welcome back. And it's kind of welcome back to us because we've just got back from France.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Kiri.
Hi, Kyla.
Fancy seeing you here.
I know, what are you doing here? Jesus.
I know. It's exciting though. I mean, we were back in Champagne for the first time in 3 years. It was the first Champagne tour in 3 years. Mm-hmm. And this month we're excited because we're presenting the highlights of this year's Champagne tour.
Yep, and we picked two producers for you that we think, we loved everyone, don't get me wrong, but these two really stood out and we thought, well, what a great way to celebrate the tour in a club.
And you are right. I think, I hate saying it, I don't know whether it's just because I haven't been in a long time, but it was the most emotional, it was the most beautiful, it was the most passionate experience.
It was a perfect week.
It was a perfect week, thank you. I cannot encapsulate anymore. But we had so many outstanding experiences, but two experiences for very different reasons blew my mind, made me cry, made many of our tour guests cry, including our hosts, because it was so close to perfection. So we are bringing you beautiful wines, Perrier-Jouët, Blanc de Blanc, and Cédric Moussé, bless your cotton socks, we adore him, Rosé Effusion, one of my favourite wines. So a house that has been around for a very long time, has a very esteemed history, is one of the great maisons.
Oh, it's an amazing house.
Perrier-Jouët.
Yep.
1811, the house was founded. Pierre-Nicolas Perrier married Rose Adelaide Jouët. Mm-hmm. I love the story of the house. It's a house that's connected with nature. It's connected with art. And
botany. And more importantly, it's like a love story, isn't it? It's like the ultimate love story, like cue music.
I mean, it's so good. And look, there is, on the Avenue de Champagne in Épinay, in Champagne, there is a beautiful maison, a beautiful estate that is the world's, it's Europe's, it could be the world's largest private collection of Art Nouveau furniture.
It's outrageously good. And it's actually like a living museum of everything, you know, from artwork to furniture and special pieces that were left from the previous owners as gifts for the new owners, and all this amazing stuff. It was incredible.
It is incredible. And normally these artifacts, these pieces of art should be behind glass cabinets in some of the world's best museums. But when you're invited, which you have to be, to Maison Perrier-Jouët, you get to live it, you get to breathe it, you get to feel it. Not only is there art from the Art Nouveau era hanging on the walls or surrounding you, you get to drink from these glasses and eat from these tables, but down in the cellars, that connection with art for the Perrier-Jouët house continues. My God, the installations of the art piece in the cellars.
I think that was one of my favourite bit. I actually stopped off to go to the bathroom. I was like, where's your loos? Right, so they said, go straight down the corridor. And as I was walking past,
oh, you spoiled the surprise.
Well, do you want me to say it?
Well, not for them.
I won't say it.
You spoiled the surprise for you.
Well, I did, but it was amazing. I kept walking up and down the... Anyway,
stop it. It's amazing. You have to go to Perrier-Jouët, but you can only do it with us. But the house has such an amazing history. Only 8 cellar masters in the whole time that the house has been in operation.
Is that it?
8 since 1811. Hervé Deschamps, who was the previous cellar master, started at 26 years of age after doing his military degree. Wow. He only retired a couple of years ago.
Yes.
He handed the baton to Séverine Fresson, who's the first female chef de cave of the house. The house always had this delicateness, this softness, this connection with nature, with botany, with art, with the gentler, more refined things of life. It revolved around Chardonnay. But to add a talented female into the mix who was passionate about enology from 15 years of age, she's just taken the house to another high. And I'm so excited. And you know we've got a major announcement this year, and you guys are... we're so excited. Wait to see what's coming. Yeah. But we are featuring Perrier-Jouët for the club, and I'm so goddamn excited to do it. So during the tour, our entire group of guests were invited to Maison Perrier-Jouët. We did Champagne in the Garden. We did a tour of the cellars. We got to go and choose our own piece of history, a glass from from the historic ages to have a glass of wine in. That was amazing. We had a long lunch with a Michelin star chef who's the chef of the house who pairs all the dishes with every vintage.
Yes, and they do it that way. They actually taste the wines and then they create a dish for it.
Yes. We did a Perrier-Jouët Belle Epoque tasting, and for me, the Blanc de Blanc sings, it shines, it's beautiful.
It's the staple. It's the hallmark of what the house is.
This is unbelievable. I'm so sorry. Oh my Lord.
The camera guy is having his 2 bobs worth. The wine's amazing.
He's having a great time back there. He's actually got both champagnes, and I've given him a smoky whiskey to go with it. Why not?
You can have that afterwards.
Eyes rolled into the back of my head.
This is good. This is good. This is good. So, and look, obviously, a lot of people ask us about Blanc de Blanc style. It was really Ruinart who put it on the map for a lot of people. That squat, golden bottle. When Ruinart has been out of stock, which it has, we recommend certain wines, and Perrier-Jouët is one of them that we continue to recommend and is loved by our clients.
Yep.
3 is in the cellar. You get that bready brioche character, but you also get white flower, you get citrus, you get all that beautiful development that you can only want and expect from a champagne house of this quality. It's a knockout.
And you can see the combination of the different terroirs from the Côte de Blanc and Mongu as well. From I think it's a little bit from the south, and I actually think they got something from Montagne de Reims as well, like from Trepaille and a few other spots. So really, really interesting to see it, and I like it. It's almost savoury.
It's beautiful.
It has some beautiful minerality. It's soft. It's elegant.
But it also has length. Like you have a sip and it's still going. The wines are amazing quality. The house is not a huge house, in terms of a brand of their size, but I love what they're doing. I love the direction they're going. I love the connection with art and nature, and it's a staple. It should be a staple. Blanc de Blanc in your fridge.
And one of the other most amazing highlights of our trip, when we spoke to Cedric and Julie from the house of Moussé Effusion in Cuisles, we said, hey guys, we really absolutely want to come and see you, want to visit you, what can we do? And they said, tell you what, you just come and we'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, but can you say that we've been the importer?
Well, we've
never met them.
That was one of the other things. So I was going to say next that we started working with them sort of in 2020 when COVID was sort of kicked in, and and I knew of their wines previously, and it took ages to get them on board, and they finally sort of said, sure, okay, let's work with you. And then we got our allocations each year, and we've been smashing through it. People have been loving it.
They love it.
And this was the first face-to-face meeting we've had with Cedric and the team, and it was the most.
I have goosebumps. I think about this. This was
first
epic.
time I think I've ever seen Kyla a bit awestruck and asking more questions than engaging, which is what she would normally do, and go, oh, I know this and I know that. She was like, how did you do that? What do you mean you do this?
So in 17 years, I don't think I have ever been gobsmacked by a producer.
You were totally gobsmacked.
Cédric Moussé is such a legend, and he's so fucking passionate, and I'm sorry for swearing on camera, but he's so passionate, and what he's doing in the vineyard just blew my mind. His commitment to zero emissions, his biodynamics, his organics, the things that he's doing, there were so many aha moments.
I think one of the best ways to sum it up really, really nicely is he is not just a chemical engineer, he's sort of nature's engineer, in that he works with nature to get the best results. And that really is, for me, the most modern type of vigneron, winemaker, producer you can get today. And
I have to say, and even for our guests, they had some magnificent, out of this world experiences. It was in agreement from everybody on tour that this was one of the highlights. My God.
Absolutely.
Cedric's passion, the chef that came in from Belgium that cooked on coals, the 10 courses, the wines, the passion, the enthusiasm. There were more tears. Yeah. There was just, look at my arms. I've still got goosebumps. Like, just the feeling. I'm sorry, I'm so excited.
It was a great experience. So what we're featuring from Cedric is his Rosé Effusion, and you're going to love it.
Just stop me talking because I'll keep going.
I was trying to. So the wine, oh my God. It's so hard to pick because we love them all. We decided to pick the Rosé and show you the Rosé because the Effusion, which is what this is a blend of Meunier, mostly Meunier in fact, and a little bit of Pinot Noir. It's all coming from Cuisles, which is the village that he took us through to. We walked up to the areas of all of his vineyards. And the key note I want you to take away, you've got Perrier-Jouët here, which is all Côte de Blanc, chalk, classic, elegant, beautiful. This Cuisles is the fruit style that comes from there. It's based on green clay, so there's an inherent sort of bitterness to the Meunier that's being produced there.
So we're in the Valley de la Marne.
We're in the Valley de la Marne, so we've
region.
moved different region, and what the result is for like the clear wines, that is this distinct bitterness. It's herbal edge. It's really quite amazing from this area. The Rosé that he makes,
I love this wine.
is just
It's
soft,
so good.
It's supple, it's delicious. It's got lots of fruit, but it's got this lovely balance. That bitter edge actually evens things out, so it's not too sweet or not too dry.
The motto of the house is profondément Meunier, profoundly Meunier.
Deeply.
Deeply Meunier.
Deeply.
The Moussé family are Meunier specialists.
Yeah.
This is rare. He's going down into the ground, pulling the soil out, looking for that green clay, looking for the sub-terroir that is perfect for him for growing the Meunier grape. He's so knowledgeable. He's so passionate about the Meunier grape.
And green clay. Those are the two
green
things.
clay.
So he won't work with anything else. Yeah.
Delete being the green clay, and this is perpetual reserve. You've got a perpetual reserve of white, perpetual reserve of red.
Correct.
That is together.
Yep.
His commitment to biodynamics, organics, listening him to talk about the lunar calendar and how not only does it affect what you do in the vineyard, not only does it affect what you do in the winery, but it affects the day that you drink the wine.
For tasting.
Like, it can throw the wine off.
And,
like, if you're not on the right day.
The day before we had a tasting of, I just bought some champagnes to try, and I'm like, why do these not taste right? And he when we went to see him the following day, he goes, that was really terrible.
It was
tasting.
a bad day on the calendar.
So go figure. So
this is interesting, but this is Cedric's passion, and we've always loved the wines, and seeing and meeting the team from Cedric, hearing the way that he talks about champagne blew my mind. I can never look at these wines the same way again. The Rosé Effusion has always been my favorite, which is why we're featuring it this month. I love this wine from his portfolio. They're all amazing. He's actually going to come to Australia for the first time next year.
Yeah, very excited to have him.
So excited.
Oh yeah.
But
we're cooking.
We're going to cook.
We're going to cook.
And you know what? Passion in a bottle. There's no other way that I can explain it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very hard to choose two wines of the 60 odd champagnes that we had last week.
Yep.
And
we
the
did, and here we are.
which were incredible. Thank you to all of our partners for putting on such a divine experience.
Thank you to all.
We're back. We're nearly sold out of the Champagne Tour next year.
Yep.
We've only got 4 places left out of 48, 4 tours. And club members always have priority. You need to know that. So we're about to start opening sales for 2024.
Yep.
And my goodness, you are our ultimate champagne lover. We know that you are the people in Australia that want to take the journey with us. You need to come to Champagne with us. There's no other way of doing it. We know you're going to love it. You all get a discount. That's important, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely.
We hope that you enjoy.
We hope you enjoy the champagnes. Hit us up on socials. Hit the hashtag, Emperor Champagne Club. Pop them on IG, put them on Facebook, wherever you like, wherever suits.
Or just drink them and enjoy them.
Just drink them.
Whatever.
Just drink them and enjoy them. And we look forward to seeing you next month.
Because we have had a new container arrive from France, and we've got some serious champagne.
Got some new treats for you all.
Oh, and should we say, new club page is launching. We've been working behind the scenes on a new website. We're rolling you all over to something very exciting. There's lots of stuff happening for you guys. There's free events coming for the rest of the year. There is so much to look forward to. We thank you for your loyalty, and we will see you on the next episode.
See you then.
Good night for now. I don't like the stoppers on the bottles while we're filming.
I don't care what you like anymore.
My giving a fuck days are well and truly over.
my God, that's your foot.
I can't
right
put
there.
my leg anywhere else. I'm sorry. I've got stitches in my bum and I'm trying not to hurt them. I've just said that on camera. Thank you very much.
Stitches in my anus.
Oh, that's nice. This is quite liberating.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sure if you're passing go and collecting $200.
Anus.
My anus.
Why don't you sit on a pillow? Do you want to sit on a pillow?
It doesn't change the fact that I cannot bear my leg.
Would it be softer on the stitch?
Maybe. Do you want to get me a pillow?
It's right there. Get
Fuck off.
Get yourself.
I am covered in
Get up.
stitches.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like freshly baked. Like I need to keep that shit together.
You just-
He already warned me not to. He just warned me not to sit down at all. I'm like, dude, how do I do that? I said to him, I told him about the hercock. He goes, I've never heard of a hercock before. Let's make sure none of this makes it anywhere ever.